Hello everyone, today I'll be showing you 10 different Rubik's Cubes that I have, and I'll be rating them from easiest to hardest. So I'll be starting with the 2 by 2. It's a really simple cube. Movements are really easy. So is the algorithm to solve it. Right? But it's not a cube that I would suggest for beginners. So yeah, the next cube that I'm rating is the 3 by 3. It's the first beginner cube every cuber uses, and the movements are really simple. They don't have they're not really complicated, and it's easily a very easy cube that I suggest can be your first cube that you learn to solve. And well, this is the third cube that I want to show to you. It's called the skewb. When you look at it, it really looks like it's a really hard cube, but as you solve it and you learn the algorithms, you know that it's really easy. And the movements are also really easy because, as you see, there's only the corners that move. The next cube that I'm going to show you is the barrel cube. It is a 3 by 3 mod. So just as a 3 by 3, movements are almost the exact same, but it makes sense if you run into a few parity cases. But that's common in a lot of cubes, so it's not that hard. Next is the mirror cube. A lot of people look at this and think, oh, it's easy, when they start moving it around. But in reality, it's just a 3 by 3, and if you just need to look at the shapes instead of the colors to solve it. Next is the windmill cube. Also a 3 by 3 mod, very easily done. It took only around a day or so for me to solve, and well, it was really easy to find out how the movements worked because just like the barrel cube, it is a 3 by 3 mod and it moves the same way as a 3 by 3 with a few parities. And the Fisher cube, which is up next, is, well, the same thing, but there's way more edges and it looks more complicated, and when you look at it and when you scramble it, you'll think, oh no, I can't solve it. But as you progress through it, you'll get to understand how easy the cube actually is. Next up is the pyramid cube. It's a really simple cube. It's not necessarily a 3 by 3 mod, but it is really easy to solve. Movements are just simple. You can see how it moves and it's really easy to solve. Now, these last two are a little hard for me to solve myself, but I know how they move, and this is a 5 by 5. This is practically a 3 by 3 with another ring around it, but so it's really easy to solve if you know how you can solve a 3 by 3, but it's not always easy to get everything right. There's always going to be a few parities and stuff like that. So it is kind of hard, but not necessarily the hardest cube I have. But that title would go to this. It's called the Axis cube, and it's just a 3 by 3 mod, but just based on how they look and how this cube moves, you can tell that it's really hard to solve. Somehow me and my mom have gotten to the last stage and we solved it, but that doesn't make it really easy. It's still the movements are kind of confusing. You have to get to know this cube a lot more to understand what the movements are. But well, after you get down all the movements, it's really easy when you find out how to turn the cube. And then there's really simple algorithms that's really just going to stay in your head and you can memorize. So yeah, that's all my cubes, and from easiest to hardest, and well, that's it.